What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. We're talking about Friday, February 3rd, 2023. Kind of cool that February is the second month of the year, third day of the month. That's a 23, and we're in the year 23. You like that? Fun fact. Oh man, let's head on over to Prize Picks and check out what the board looks like. They got some props up for us indeed. Got some Blazers, well, one Blazer, Wizards, Celtics, Suns. It'll fill out pretty soon. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Hope this video finds you in good spirits. As always, first look video, not looking to make any picks, not looking to lock anybody in unless you just absolutely have to. No need to do it, in my opinion. We're talking about 10:45 p.m. the night before. You know, we got freaking 20 hours to go. So let us just dig into the slate. Let's just look for positive game environments and see if anything stands out and start the research process, right? Let's just start the foundation, set the foundation, start the process. So, you know, at first glance, I got some plays in mind that I obviously want to share with you today. And I thought I'd go not game by game, but just go over a few games that I would like to attack once all the props are out. So I thought we'd start over in the Atlanta and Utah game. And I have my eyes on one particular player, not Trae Young. It is actually DeJounte Murray. And he's not on the board, but if his line drops for his points, 21.5, I do like that. I don't mind his points and assists, which I believe are 27.5. His only game versus Utah this season, he went for 26 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. So 26-5 gets you over his prop tonight. I just really like what I'm seeing from him. Him and Trae Young are starting to gel very, very quietly, becoming one of the best backcourts in the NBA. Not even like top 15, top 10. I mean like top 4, top 3, to be honest with you. They're just very, very consistent, and they're quietly doing it. If you ever watch them play, DeJounte he's a superstar. He was on that trajectory in San Antonio, battled those injuries, and now he has beef with the organization, or maybe just Pop. But he's in Atlanta now, and he's doing good things. And you can see his game log over the past 10 games, points and assists. He's done this 7 out of 10 times. I mean, if you want to get granular with it, we can go to the away schedule and check out what he's done. 4 out of 10 times. His home splits slightly better, 6 out of 10 times. I mean, it's very important if you're going to do this to look at who they actually played on the road. You know, are they getting tougher matchups on the road versus, matchups at home? I mean, these home and away splits, they vary, and it very rarely has anything to do with the player's talent. So, talent-wise, DeJounte Murray is in a good spot, and I mean, Utah's defense is not that good. I mean, took a look at their game log versus point guards, and let's play this game. Let's count the green checks. Van Vliet over, Gary Trent over, Dinwiddie over, Dame over ×2, Gary Payton II over. I laugh because his point prop is like 4.5 points. It shouldn't even be on there, but he hit it. Anthony Simons. Again, he's not scoring very many points when Dame is scoring 60. Rozier, 23. Barely missed it. These are just points alone. Dennis Smith goes for 15. 38 points between these two. 48 for Kyrie. 30 for Norman Powell. We've gone through this. We've gone through this already when we looked at playing Fred VanVleet. We liked his points over, but I like Murray's points and I like his assist. You could try to play his assist alone, but I like the combination of both of them, points and assists for DeJounte Murray. We got Utah plays at a pretty like pedestrian pace, 16th in the NBA, and Atlanta does too. So you got two middle of the road teams in terms of their pace of play. So I don't expect like extra possessions this game, but I do expect DeJounte Murray to keep doing what he's been doing, which is scoring, playing good defense, staying on the floor 36 minutes a game. That's a lot. Taking double-digit shots a game, 13, 25, 17, 19, 19, 20, 25. What's not to like about this? Giving you 7 3-point attempts a game. I like it. Doesn't get in foul trouble, so he stays on the floor. Free throw attempts are a little low, but he doesn't score through contact like that. So he does all his scoring, from the field. So I like that. I like that game environment for him. Let's head on over to Sacramento and Indiana. And these are not on the board. I have my eyes on two players from this game. Now, De'Aaron Fox is out for tomorrow. He's already been ruled out. He's not playing. And then I wanted to just dig into this a little bit more and check out Domantas Sabonis. I don't know why this thing always corrects me. Domantas Sabonis game log without De'Aaron Fox. 2023. Oh no, not 2021. 2023. It's just gonna pull up all his games from Indiana because they weren't teammates. So it's just gonna pull up all that. All right. So 3 games played without De'Aaron Fox. All right. Check this out. In these 3 games, Domantas Sabonis has scored 39 fantasy points, 61.6 fantasy points, and 50 fantasy points, averaging 50.2 fantasy points per contest. When this line drops tomorrow, I have interest in his fantasy score. I have interest in his rebounds. And I might as well just have interest in his PRA as well as his first half PRA. Because De'Aaron Fox is not on the floor, so a lot of that usage will just kind of get funneled through Sabonis, and I like that. And on the other side, I really am interested in Halliburton, which you can't pull up his stats on props.cash because they play the Lakers today. So if you try to pull up that Indiana Sacramento game, it's just going to show you the Lakers and Indiana, but Tyrese Halliburton's stats aren't even accurate because he's returning from injury. He's been back for 2 games. Tonight was his second game back from injury, so we got to go over to StatMuse and just check it out. Tyrese Halliburton game log 2023, or I should say 2022-23. Doesn't matter. Let's just concentrate on January. So, up until his injury in the month of January, he's averaging well over 30 minutes a game, giving you double-digit points, roughly 15 points a game, 16 points a game. His assist, he's averaging basically 10 assists a game. Unbelievable. And his first game back against the Lakers. I thought yesterday was his first game back. Today was his first game back. For some reason, I thought he played before this. Okay, so today was his first game back. 25, 2, and 12. 38 points and assists. Fantasy-wise, that's 18, 20.4, 46.4, 49, 52.4, 47.4 fantasy points for him. So got some interest in fantasy for Halliburton, points and assists as well. Sacramento plays at a very, very fast pace. They score over 119 points a game. Very, very fast game. So fast pace equals extra possessions. You know how this goes. It's a good game environment, back and forth. So I like Tyrese Halliburton. Probably would dig into this game a little bit more. But for now, those are the 2 plays that stood out to me. Let's go over to Toronto and Houston, which has some fantasy value. So no Rockets are on the board right now because obviously Jalen Green is out, KPJ is out. I hope Sengun is not out tomorrow because if he is, this game might just be over by halftime. But He had a really rough game yesterday, and man, he struggled a lot, a lot. But Jabari Smith is currently questionable, so I'm assuming props are not going to drop until his status is confirmed. But if he is out, look to Terry Eason on the board. If Terry Eason is listed, I mean, let's just check out his props when they drop. But man, he's been doing really well in that role, you know, spot duty or just coming in off the bench. He's been doing it, man. He's been doing his thing. But I really like Eric Gordon over on his points, assuming that they aren't going to be, you know, propped at over 19 a game. Like if they're in that 18 to 19 range, I like them. I know Toronto's defense is, or I know Toronto is in general is just a really good basketball team, but the Rockets literally have no one to run the 1 and 2. Like seriously, they are down to like very few bodies in that backcourt. They have no one to take shots, like from 3. They have nobody to do those things right now except for Eric Gordon. Back-to-back games, he has scored 20-plus points, so that's why I have my eye on his points for tomorrow. And then sticking in the same game, I have interest in 2 Raptors, assuming this game can stay somewhat close. Keep these guys on the floor, but I like Scotty Barnes over 16.5 points. I also like over on his points and rebounds, and I like his points and assists. I just like all his stats, to be honest with you. 6 out of the last 10, he's did it. He's done the thing in terms of just grabbing rebounds and getting you 8 a game. Points and assists. He's propped at 22.5. He's giving you barely. I mean, 23 is going to get it done. That's what he's giving you. Points and rebounds slightly up, 23.5, but he's giving you like 26, 27 a game in some of these games. Look at these numbers. I mean, yeah, man, just very impressive numbers from Scotty Barnes. And then I like his teammate. I love Fred VanVleet, man. Just flies under the radar. He's just like so unassuming. Nobody regards him as a top point guard in the league. Everybody just kind of looks over him. But he just continues to get it done. And I'll continue to play his props, honestly. 21.5. We played this at 19.5. We played it at 20.5. Prizepicks is beginning to, assuming this will be the line, Prizepicks is beginning to bump his line a little bit. But he's clearing it. He's clearing it so easily. I mean, he's taken 20-plus shots. Look at this. Over the last 4 games, he's averaging 33, 58, 68, 77 shots over the last 4 games. It's like 20 a game. He's giving you almost 20 shots a game. And he's knocking down in the 40s. Yeah, man. Again, I hope this game can stay close, because if it does, these guys are going to hit their fantasy score or their props for sure. Rockets just have to keep it close enough. Like if they're down by 25 going into the 4th, you better hope that they hit these numbers in 2.5 quarters, 3 quarters. Hopefully Rockets can not get destroyed tomorrow. So I like those plays out of the Houston-Toronto game. And then 2 more games that I want to just touch on real quick. Phoenix and Boston. Man, that was a massacre. Man, they absolutely destroyed Brooklyn. Cost us a clean sweep yesterday. You know? Or not a clean sweep, but it cost us Jaylen Brown over his assists and rebounds. I mean, we would have been great if we took his points, but honestly did not expect the Brooklyn Nets to be down by 30 points in the first quarter. I mean, it was over in the first quarter, and it really just ruined any chance we had of cashing out. You know, I like Jason Tatum's points against the Brooklyn Nets. He barely hit that because he sat out the whole 4th quarter, right? Like half the 3rd, the whole 4th. Barely hit that. Jaylen Brown over on points. Yeah, man, he got it, but I mean, these guys did all their scoring, all their damage in the first 2.5 quarters. It was ridiculous. But sticking in this game, yes, I like Jaylen Brown's rebounds again. He's just always in a good spot. 5.5 is too low. He had 5 rebounds He pulled down 5 rebounds. Or excuse me, not 5 rebounds. He put on 3 rebounds versus Brooklyn. Ended with 5 PA. But, I mean, he was coming off 2 performances where he gave you 9, 5, 8, 9, 12. So, again, Phoenix is coming off an ass whooping of their own. Atlanta put it on them. Hope that this is a game that can stay close so these players can hit their props, and we can be profitable. But I like Jaylen Brown's rebounds. Okay, I also like Robert Williams over on fantasy. Now fantasy's not listed on props.cash, but his numbers are not up to date. Number one, and I'll play his fantasy score up to 28. He's averaging 27 fantasy points per game this season. Very, very unassuming stat lines for Robert Williams the third. He's been hurt, right? He's been hurt. He has been hurt, and he came back from injury on... What day was that? I mean, he was out for a while, right? Came back December. And then I feel like he was injured recently. No? Okay. But they have been slowly ramping up his minutes is what I wanted to talk about. But he only played 19 minutes against Brooklyn. But look what he did. 16 points, 9 boards, 1 block. 36 minutes against New York. 8, 12, 2, 1, and 1. Those blocks and steals add up for fantasy. This is why I like his fantasy points. 11, 8, and 2. This game against Toronto, I have no idea. If you know what happened there, I tried to find like anything, but I couldn't connect any dots against this Toronto team. He only played 15 minutes. 27 against Golden State, 14, 11, 2. I mean, that's 13 what is that? 13.4. 16.30, that's 30 minus 2, 28. If his fantasy scores below 28, I mean, he's going to hit it. He only needs 20, 25 minutes on the floor. But, man, if they give him 30 plus minutes tomorrow, he's gonna crush his fantasy line. And look, he's ramping up his minutes. He gets, taken out halfway. But like he only played half a game. Then, boom, back up to 31. Boom, 36. Blowout. So he's capable of hitting 30-plus points in a game. If he can do this, I mean, he's basically averaging like 1 fantasy point per minute he's on the floor. So if he plays 32 minutes, he's going to give you 32 fantasy points. Like, that's his floor. So I like that a lot. And the one play that I do like from the Phoenix side, for now I do. It could change. I can add more people to this, more players to this. But I like Mikal Bridges over rebounds at 3.5. Such a low line. I mean, he's clearing this in 6 out of 10 games. I like it. It's not like a must play at all, but I was kind of struggling to find something on the other side. But this one kind of stood out to me. It's attainable. He can do it. He's giving you 4 or 5 in each game. And then last game, only one play from this game as of now, but Portland, Washington. How can you not look at Dame Lillard over his 35.5 points tomorrow versus this Washington team? Do not expect him to drop 60 again. But I think anywhere between, 36 to 40, 41 is like possible. But I mean, he's just on another level. And he's playing out of his mind right now. And I think he continues it. He's healthy. This is the healthiest he'll be all year. And if he's playing, his full run of minutes, he's giving you 36 plus minutes a game. I mean, only good things can happen. Taking damn near 30 shots a game. I mean, come on, man. 12, 13, 15 3-point attempts a game. Doesn't get into foul trouble. Stays on the floor. Gets to the line. Look how many times he gets to the line because he draws contact. What's not to like against his Washington defense? That's just average. They're just average. Pace of play is average. Their rankings are average. Yeah, Portland and Washington, pretty slow paced teams, but Damian Lillard can do it all. So that's the one play I'm looking for, the Washington Portland game. And as of now, that's gonna do it. That is it. Truly appreciate you stopping by the channel and just checking this video out, getting your research started for the Friday 8-game Friday slate. Yeah, should be a fun one tomorrow. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite prop on the board is, if you have one, or who have you locked in. If you've locked anybody in, let me know who that is. Let me know what you think about these super early observations. Very high level look at the slate, but we want to create a nice starting point, identify those positive game environments, identify those opportunities we can leverage and create multiple slips. So there you have it. Thanks again for stopping by the channel and just chilling out with me, talking some NBA props. And until the next video, final look video, Chavez is out.